Hello Pacers, and welcome back to Across the Board. My name is Julia Foley, and let's get right into it, starting with last week's football game. Unfortunately, the Pacers returned from Big Walnut with a 21-41 loss. This marks the first of the season. This week's schedule will be a little bit different than most, seeing as Jug Week is approaching, meaning we don't have school Thursday or Friday. As a reminder, Monday of next week will be a teacher in service day, so your weekend will be 5 days long. Starting off with Monday the 16th, we have a varsity and JV girls tennis match at 4:30. This will be at Big Walnut High School. At the same time, we're going to have a varsity girls golf match. This one will be at Oak Haven Golf Club, and again, that one's at 4:30. We will have all three of our volleyball teams playing also on Monday. The freshman and JV teams will be at 5:30, while the varsity team will be at 7 o'clock. All teams are playing against Hilliard-Bradley at Hilliard-Bradley. Alrighty folks, moving into Tuesday the 17th, we have a varsity girls golf match. This will be at 3:30 at the Oak Haven Golf Club. We then have a varsity girls tennis match at 4 p.m. This is scheduled to be at the Dan Whitteman tennis courts, and this team is playing against Westland, so I'm assuming those tennis courts are at the Westland High School. Alrighty folks, our next event is going to be a JV girls soccer game at 5 p.m., but unusually, the varsity girls team will not be playing. It's only going to be the JV team. They will be at Fairbanks High School, and against, of course, Fairbanks High School. Then to wrap up Tuesday, we'll have the JV and varsity boys soccer teams. JV playing at 5:30, varsity playing at 7:15. Both of these games will be home, and they'll be against Licking Heights. That'll be it for Tuesday, and coming up on Wednesday, we have a bit more events than usual, starting off with JV and varsity girls tennis, both at home, both at 4 p.m. And then once again, we have all three volleyball teams playing. The freshman and JV teams, once again, will be at 4:30 p.m., and the varsity at 7 o'clock. These will be home against Big Walnut. Alrighty folks, now as I mentioned, we don't have school the 19th or the 20th, so that means Thursday, usually one of our busier days, has no events scheduled. Although you might assume the same goes for Friday, considering we don't have any school, we will have a football game at 7 p.m. This one's going to be at home, though, against Westerville North. That's it for your regular week. Once again, we'll move into the weekend. Saturday the 21st is quite busy, as it usually is. Starting off, we have the JV football team playing away at Westerville North at 9 a.m., followed by both cross-country teams, varsity girls and boys, running at 9 a.m. They will be running at Lancaster High School. Then just an hour later at 10 a.m., the JV girls soccer team will be playing against Marysville at home, followed by the varsity girls soccer team at 11:45 a.m. They're also playing Marysville, also at home. Then to wrap up our Saturday, we have the JV and varsity boys soccer teams playing at home. JV will be at 2:30, varsity will be at 4:15, and both teams will be playing Westerville South. And that'll be it for your weekly schedule. Let's move into the events at Hayes. Those with a watchful eye may have noticed that last week, neon pieces of paper with Shakespeare quotes printed on them began to appear around the halls at Hayes. Members of Hayes' theater department know that this was for the show reveal that followed that evening. The shows were revealed to be Clue as the play and Something Rotten as the musical. It's unusual for the theater department to reveal both shows at the same time, but it builds excitement for sure. I hope to see either you participating or attending the shows when they come out. The homecoming theme has been released, and as excitement grows for the upcoming dance, tickets have now become on sale. Check your inbox for the link to purchase tickets and plan out your outfit. Pick your date. Get excited because it's on the way. For a bit of weather, a bit of world news here, I'd like to talk about Hurricane Francine. This is the storm that touched down in the Gulf of Mexico and is now making its way over to New Orleans as we speak. As we live in Ohio, we don't get much effect of the hurricanes, but we should still expect rains, winds, odd weather coming shortly. I'm sorry for any damages this causes to events and activities you have planned, but it's important to be aware that there is some weather on the horizon. Alrighty, Pacers, let's get into our world news. We just have a couple things to go over today. The Trump-Harris debate took place last night, and Trump seems to be under fire as a lot of people question his performance at the debate. Before this took place, he went on record saying, quote, "You can go in with all the strategy you want, but you have to sort of feel it out as the debate's taking place." This came just before his questionable performance, and many are left wondering what his true opinions are. He was criticized for attacking his opponent more than sharing his opinions and promoting policies that he would put into effect in his second term. More election updates are to come as this election season progresses further. Do you remember the panic surrounding Royal Kate Middleton that took place around the beginning of the summer? People were saying she was missing, claiming former photos with her and her family were AI, her Mother's Day post was just a bit off, things of that nature. People began to wildly speculate about the whereabouts of Kate Middleton. Well, it was revealed recently after an Instagram post with the couple that Kate Middleton is back and has completed chemotherapy. I was unfortunately unable to find a ton of information about the current state of her health, but I was able to find a lot of information surrounding the ring she purchased following her release from the hospital. She apparently switched out her engagement ring to a sort of promise ring with Prince William. It leaves me wondering if people are truly concerned for the royals' health or just see this family as something to speculate over. That's going to be it for me today, folks. This has been Across the Board, and I've been Julia Foley. I again encourage you to get out there and go to some sports events at our school, show up at a couple club meetings. Whatever you'd like to do to get out in your community is fine by me. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.